This is an article by Roger Montti on AI SEO, and it makes one point that can really be condensed very shortly. If you want your content to show up in LLMs, write specific. All right. This is from July 16, comments on something other people have posted that also reflects what he has seen in the wild. And he said the secret is basically to choose highly specific topics. Then he goes on to explain that, in the old days, people would create content based on keywords, but he says it's truly outdated to proceed writing that way focused on keywords because now the machines are really able to distill the meaning of what you write, even if it's not keyword focused. And then he says content that's insightful and gives users what they're looking for, and a lot of it, as often as possible, is really the way to get content into the training data, right? So insightful fulfills the user intent, create a lot of it as often as possible. That's basically what he advocates here in terms of AI SEO. And he also admits that it seems deceptively simple, and that basically is very similar to actually what makes good writing for humans, right? So keeping the article focused on a topic and not allowing it to stray. One of the hallmarks of good writing is the willingness to remove the bits that tend to wander off topic. And he gives a couple of examples. And then here in the section, how someone got lots of love from Claude AI. And then this is from a conversation online that happened. So if you write an insightful blog post on a specific enough topic and people link to it, you have a real chance of influencing everyone's LLM output in a year or so. Of course, again, deceptively simple. Writing something very specific that people like and then actually like enough to actually link to it. As you know, not an easy feat, but again, specificity is how you can get your foot in the door, right? And then that user goes on to explain that now I see Claude regurgitating what I wrote in those articles in a perfectly condensed way. They took away exactly what I wanted the reader to take, right? So it's interesting that Claude recognized kind of what the author intended with these posts. And then, yeah, that's basically the article. So again, deceptively simple, right? Useful, hyper specific. So hyper specific is one way how you can get content into the AI training data. And this is, of course, just based on a conversation, but still, it's also what a lot of practitioners are saying seems to work for them right now. And of course, this field is shifting so fast, right? So again, he wrote this a year ago and he's seeing it now in Claude coming up when talking about this topic. We don't know will this still be valid within a year, but just based on good judgment, I think this will one of the things that remain true. The more specific your writing is to a particular topic, the higher the chance that it will be picked up by the LLMs.